Abraham moving forward with God to fulfill his life purpose from the book of Genesis 13. It's important to note that Abraham's name was Abram until God called him Abraham when he made him the father of many nations. Although his name didn't change until sometime after the story took place, I'll use the name Abraham throughout. The story begins after God told Abraham to leave the city of Ur and move to Canaan to establish a great promise. Abraham follows God in complete obedience to fulfill the call of God on his life. He was to establish the bloodline of Jesus. Abraham and his nephew Lot, their families, flocks, and herds settled in Bethel in Canaan, living alongside the local Canaanite tribes. Abraham had become very wealthy in livestock, silver, and gold because of his obedience to God. His nephew Lot also had an abundance of flocks, herds, and tents. Because there wasn't enough pasture for all their animals to graze or water for them to drink, they needed to separate. Abraham told Lot to choose the land either to the left or to the right to avoid a quarrel. He was happy to take the land Lot didn't choose. Lot chose the plain of Jordan, an area around what is now called the Dead Sea, which was well watered with good pasture lands, but the people living in this area were very disobedient and wicked, especially the two cities, Sodom and Gomorrah. Lot, his family, his flocks and herds moved east to live in the plain of Jordan. They pitched their tents near the city of Sodom. When Lot had gone, the Lord spoke to Abraham, "Look all around you. All the land you see is for you and your offspring forever. I will make your offspring like the dust, impossible to count. Go and walk through the land, for I am giving it to you." Abraham moved west of where Lot had settled in an area called Hebron. He pitched his tent and settled into his new land that now belonged to him. Then he built an altar to God to worship the Lord in this new place God had given Abraham and his family. This is the end of the story, but just the beginning for you. Take time to think about this true story of Abraham. God chose him to begin the bloodline of Jesus Christ because of his obedience. Abraham received great blessings as a result, but his greatest joy was in pleasing God through his obedience to live his life purpose. God has a special plan for you too. As you follow God for the rest of your life, you'll live in great joy, fulfillment, and blessings.